A UFO simply means that it is an unidentified flying object. Now, the extraterrestrial hypotheses, that gets drawn in when something is so truly unusual it defies logic and any conventional wisdom, technology, and it's been well demonstrated. And this is a case we received back in early March. Actually, it was sent from UFO hunters. And the case involved two objects being seen in Freeport, Illinois.
I saw 3 different crafts last night that I'm convinced were UFOs. I was able to take some pictures of them. Still pretty crazy to me. I haven't been able to find anybody that could identify them. Flew low right to the south of my house. Looked like it was actually going to land in Freeport. It was basically making no noise whatsoever. It was a triangular shape with 3 lights. It had a silverish color in one of the photos with shades of bright different colors. Pretty much the weather that night was very clear, so I could see just about everything.
Hello, Mike.
Hey, how's it going?
Sam Moranto,
Mike Whitty.
UFO investigator. I have a few of our other investigators here.
Dave.
Hi,
Dave.
Nice to meet you.
How you doing?
Sue Morawski,
Hi.
and of
Hi
course
there.
my wife, Julie Moranto.
Hi, nice to meet you.
One thing nice about this case is the similarities between the drawings and the photos that Mike took. And when you're looking at it, let's say we're looking up in the sky right now. If you put your hand at arm's length, pretend you're looking at it. Put your hand up there and give me an idea how big that is.
I'd say from where I was, I've probably seen it at probably maybe like this in the sky.
So you're talking an object clearly in excess of 3.5 feet.
Yeah.
And how far away was it?
I estimated it at probably about, I'd say 200 yards south of the house.
So 600 some feet, give or take. And then again, elevation depending on what degree, and what we're going to do is we're going to go outside and get that degree of angle a lot better by having Dave actually figure that out.
Okay.
Okay, what I want you to do, Mike, is just hold this up, and we'll take more than one reading, and I'm going to make an attempt to read that little dial there.
Okay. That's where I would say it was pointing at it.
Yeah.
Probably right about there.
Okay, that's 10 degrees. Then put it down, relax a little bit. Okay, why don't you do it again? Yeah, 10 degrees works for me. So that's pretty consistent. So we'll go with it being as 10 degrees from where we're standing here.
That looks like a good 3.5 inches. Okay, or 4. Would you say 3.5 or 4 inches?
Pretty much inside.
And Joel, can you get a picture of this?
Maybe a little smaller.
Stand over here, Joel, and take a shot. Actually, of him holding up his hand towards the tree. Don't zoom. Go ahead. And just get his hand in the picture so you got about how big that would be. Okay. Give us the time. Just keep going. Say, I see it now, whatever.
Basically, I was walking back outside with my camera, looking up to the sky, trying to find it. Seen it back behind this tree right about there. As I started walking across, it's basically coming like this. So by now it's probably cleared that tree that we're looking at. And I got over here and took the photo, almost like straight over that tree, kind of. The side closest to me was lower than the the opposite side, the far away side.
So
was
it's tilted
up in the
down
air,
with
so
the
it's
curved
tilted
side.
like this. Yep.
Curved side's toward you,
Yep.
or the
Yeah,
concave.
Yep, that
And it's
side's
moving this way,
supposed to be,
Dave.
That's weird.
It's going blunt side, which is
Yeah.
completely.
By looking at that thing, I wouldn't be surprised if it
Yeah.
could fly any direct, you know, like
Any
it
which
wasn't
way.
even really
Right.
a
The other thing about the case is the multiple witnesses on a second night. So he was able to see these two objects really close, take pictures of them on the first night, but then had another occurrence again where he actually felt he was closer to one object in particular of the two types that he had seen. Let's see if we could get you to the approximate angle of where you'd be when you were driving. Well, I'll tell you what, this is a pretty active
This ain't
spot.
gonna be too far because I was probably in this lane. Right
Okay,
here,
you're pretty close
do it
right
right
here.
here.
Let's do this without getting killed. Okay,
So I'd
Julie,
say,
get back and see if you could get the where you were looking out. Give your best where you were looking at, and take a picture, Jewel, in back of them.
pretty much
Kneel
right
down,
here,
approximately
probably right
where
about
you were
here.
in the car. You're probably a little bit higher, about right
Looking
there.
looking over that building right there. If you were to stack like three of them, that's where I was seeing it at that time. But I mean, obviously it was going in front of the car, but I got a better view of it, you know, out my side window when it was at that point.
Okay, it's almost like dead center to that.
Yep. It kind of
Okay.
crossed the street at an angle. I
Okay.
think it kind of possibly changed a little bit direction, you know, at that point, because it started going more like that way. Because that's when I started following out into the country. And this time he's seen it actually better, and a friend of his seen it further away. March 24th.
March 24th, same night. So this is exactly what happened after you seen it. You called him, and your buddy saw it.
Yep.
Good.
Hey,
Hey, buddy, how you doing?
good, and you?
Sam Moranto.
Jay, nice to meet you.
That's all right. And how big was it if you were to give point to point?
I'd say like this or so,
Okay.
and it was like from the tree, as this on the top of the tree, like that high above the tree.
Okay.
Not very high above the tree.
And what do you know is right behind those trees? What is that?
That would be the nuclear power plant in Byron, Illinois.
Okay, so it was headed towards that direction.
Yes, it was.
Did you see any variation in, say, for instance, the illuminations, the lights?
I mean,
Were
there
they
was.
getting brighter, darker? Were you
Well, it
seeing
looked like
different types of them?
Well, no, it was the normal lights that you would see, you know, kind of flashing.
Mhm.
But as it got closer to the power plant, the ship itself kind of glue, you know, like was glowing.
The whole thing.
Yeah. Because, I mean, the whole power plant's lit up anyways, but as that was coming to it, it kind of had like an aura kind of.
Okay, and then what happened to it?
Disappeared.
Disappeared right after that.
Yep.
So it seemed to have become bright, the whole object,
Yeah.
and then it disappeared.
Yep.
This isn't conventional, by no means. It's similar to other objects referred to as an arrowhead type object. This was the direction that he had seen it move. He had seen it positioned. Here's the photograph. He felt the object was moving this way, sideways. You're seeing something here that I personally feel is unconventional. I think we have an object here, and what we have is something that I'm certain I've heard of before. This technology is known for certain elements of it, and it is being used. So some of the craft that we see today are actually our own, which are just advanced engineered craft, or quite possibly reversed engineered craft. So is it an ARV, an alien reversed engineered vehicle, or is it an ETV, an extraterrestrial vehicle? Either way, it's a UFO.